It's nearly 8 a.m. in Ottawa, and Abdul Hakim Azizi is on his way to a new job. It seems so mundane, catching a bus to go to work, but it's a far cry from where he was 3 months ago.
When you think back, did you imagine that you would be here?
No, honestly, no. I'm happy that we're here and we're safe and we're struggling for having a good future life.
His journey started here, surrounded by panic and chaos at Kabul's airport. At times, people so desperate to leave the country they clung to aircrafts.
It was unforgettable moments, yes, definitely. They were shooting on the air, but some people get injured by the bullets that were coming down from the air. So it was a horrible situation.
Hakim had been working as an interpreter for the Canadian Armed Forces in Kandahar and for American NGOs. He'd received death threats from the Taliban and had to get out.
A lot of people were being killed on the street without having them questioned. So it was scary, it definitely. You see?
He managed to get a special visa to Canada with the help of this man, his friend, Tactical Ops Commander Sergeant Tyson Martin.
How's it going, brother?
Where are you going?
He's my brother, man. I would do anything for him. I would die for him. He would die for me. I mean, that's just how we are.
Tyson and Hakim worked together more than a decade ago, completing over 100 missions over 8 months. The bond they created was unbreakable.
August 15th came around, the Taliban had taken Kabul overnight without anybody knowing. And that just sort of fired everything to overdrive. And from there I started, I don't want to say use the term frantic, but I was essentially on a very focused mission to get him out, find a way either over the mountains or find a way to get him out.
Tyson said that I have checked your profile with the immigration, so you're 100% in the evacuation list, so have everything packed.
I couldn't hear from him for 3 days. And once I got that first text message from him, that's one of the greatest reliefs I've ever had in my life, for sure.
So you packed like one...
Yeah.
With just a small suitcase and a single change of clothes, Hakim remembers that bittersweet moment as the plane took off.
That was not happy moments, but the only thing that was going in the head was that, okay, at least you have saved your life, but thousands of new concerns comes in your mind, yes.
He's determined to stand on his own 2 feet, diligently working on his to-do list.
I just wrote a few things here: bank accounts, driving license, credit card. So these were a few things for me.
Good to have a list.
Hakim also hopes that his wife, who prefers to keep her face hidden from our cameras, can resume her studies. She attended medical school in Kabul, something she wouldn't be able to continue under the Taliban's rule. Other newcomers have those same hopes for their daughters. Just 3 months old, baby Sola may be one of the youngest to arrive this year. Her name means peace in Pashto, a name her father gave her as his homeland crumbled.
Afghanistan is a country where we had invested our lives, our energy, our dreams, and our aspirations. And quite tragically, on August the 15th, I had to bury them all. Afghanistan ki shamali subo mein.
Journalist Bilal Sarwari spent the last 2 decades on the ground reporting on the region.
The knocks on my door, both for my office and my home, which were next to each other, by various Taliban fighters and commanders, was not only very worrying, but it was very dangerous for my family and myself.
He escaped Kabul with his family and is now trying to come to terms with his past.
The trauma of Afghanistan catches up with you, no matter where you are. Like my WhatsApp messages, sometimes it's the news of an Afghan civilian being beheaded, entire family being killed. So sometimes when I wake up in the middle of the night, I do get nightmares. I do have those feelings, and suddenly I tell myself, no, hold on. Now you're like in Toronto, you're in Canada.
Despite those nightmares, he is still reporting and holds on to hope for the future of his country.
Adrienne, good morning. How's it going? Good, yourself?
Back in Ottawa, Hakim's thankful for the help he's received.
For me, I've been lucky, I think, that I got this job. But for I'm talking about most of those families who don't have some sort of connection, they don't have any relative here, it is hard for them.
He and his wife have started looking for a home, and they hope others will get the same chance they've been given. Janelle Amasa, CBC News, Toronto.